Hi everyone, welcome back to the Club Racing UK podcast, season 4, episode 2. We preview 22. Joining us this evening.
So many twos.
Joining us this
today
evening.
Is the 2 of 22 as well, isn't it?
Oh yeah. I've just realised that. Hang on. We've got to wait until the 22nd.
Oh, yeah, that'd be a good one.
Then it's the 2-2 of 2, 2022.
Yeah, easy for you to say.
Nailed it. Anyway, joining us this evening is a resident man of the Northeast, journalist extraordinaire, Motor Racing UK editor, Mr. Mick Palmer, rejoins us on the podcast. Good evening, Mick.
Good evening. Why are you always all doing?
Are you ready to come on and help us preview what is hoping to be an extraordinary season for British motorsport?
I think I'm ready,
Yeah, Nick, Steph, what about yourselves?
Yeah, looking forward to it. Still buzzing. It's finally February after 208 days of January. We can now all start looking forward to the year ahead of racing. Because guess what, everyone? We're going racing next month.
Woo! We are really. A lot of the series are starting early. The BRSCC have got a meeting towards the end of March. MSVR, so yeah, it is really kicking off next month. So
yeah,
we'll have some more content then.
We'll have a bit more content. Well, I'll tell you say that. So joining us.
Might have to keep dragging it out.
Yeah, so,
Oh, God.
up to this moment, we've got Sam Pearce, Jason Stone, Matt Cleary, Nick Prawn-Vaughan, Carl Barton, Andrew Banthorpe, Alex Bone, Duncan Harris, Luke Rainbird, Darren Duffield, all joining us this evening. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening, all.
Good evening, viewers.
What we're going to do this evening, we're going to talk a bit of Motor Racing UK Magazine. We're going to talk a little bit about the Ambassador Programme and the people joining us on board to help some lucky club racers out there.
Yeah,
and we're going to talk.
absolutely.
We are going to talk about this incoming racing season. Wherever you're
Yes.
racing tonight, let us know what your plans are, and we'll just talk about it. The three of us are going to pick what we're looking forward to. Mick's going to pick what he's looking forward to as well. We're going to look at some of the new series on the horizon, ones that have maybe dropped off the radar and dropped out overall, and maybe some format changes. So,
yes,
let's
get say as well for everybody watching and listening, etc. Let us know what you're looking forward to for 2022.
Oh, exactly. And
interactive show tonight. Interactive show. Let's get everybody involved.
And don't forget to hit like, hit subscribe on the Club Racing UK pages. Subscribe to our channels if you can. Follow the love. Hit the follow button. As from now on, going on from the show a couple of weeks ago, we're going to be broadcasting this on the Facebook and the YouTube page only. So basically, get all the comments going to there. So there's one
all in one place.
All the podcast, all in one place, so we can show the love. And if you're inclined that way, provide us with some feedback and tell us exactly what you want on the podcast that is designed by the Club Racer for the Club Racer. There we go, guys.
Yeah,
right.
I did see a valid point. I did see somebody's comment on earlier on that they do want us to review and talk about circuit food prices. So that has to be an episode this year, everyone.
Price.
We're going to make that an episode.
Someone needs to sponsor us to be able to pay all the money we're going to need to try all this food, though.
We're going to need a mortgage per circuit, you know that.
Yeah.
Look, we have to give the people what they want. Okay?
Yeah. Okay, yeah, I'll agree with that. We do have to give the people what they want, so we'll just put Nick on mute there to appease that. Good evening, guys. We've got more people joining us. Megan Edwards, evening, guys. Any of you going to watch the Snetterton Rally stage? I'm mastering it. Unfortunately, Megan, I'm not going to make it. I don't know about the chaps around me. Mick, are you able to get down there? No? Okay. That's answered that one. Richard Stock joins us from Hawk Motorsport. You'll be hearing about those guys in a bit. They've got some great deals on this year.
Yes, we will.
Chris Blakey, All Square Racing Road. Their name changed on the 1st of February. Matt Cleary, not exactly club racing, but that Bathurst video is absolutely amazing. If you want to know what I'm on about, head on to my Facebook page. It's the Fox opener for Bathurst from a couple of years ago. It still gives me...
2021, was it 2019? Yeah, that's still one of the best opening video sequences to the Bathurst 1000.
If you want to know what Bathurst is all about, just watch that video. It's absolutely stunning. Carl Barton, looking forward to Canuck Car Club Auto Solo Championship. See what falls off before we try circuit racing. I look for Carl.
Good idea.
When you do it, Carl, get some pictures up. Let us know how that went and get some footage into us, and we'll stick it on the podcast. How about that? We'll show how you guys are going. Right. So we move on to our first topic of the day, which, Mick, now is your time to shine. Motor Racing UK Magazine. There is the front page of the latest magazine, which comes out when?
February the 12th.
February the 12th.
But you can order it now.
You can order it now, so get yourself over to the Motor Racing UK Magazine website. So this is kind of a relaunch, isn't it, Mick? So tell us about what's gone into the thinking behind that and what's changing, per se.
What's changing is the price is coming down by a full 70 pence per issue. That's always good, isn't it?
Autosport, take note. Take note, Autosport.
But it's also reducing in size. But it's coming out more often across the year for the same amount of cash. If you buy every magazine across the year, you actually get about 25% more content.
Oh, yes.
There we go. Nice.
And that's simply because when we first launched, I launched it as a bi-monthly magazine. And, well, as you can tell, if you stick any kind of reports or anything like that in there by the time you get into your lovely grubby hands that they're well out of date, and you've read them in our competitors already. And we just wanted to make things a bit more immediate. And having said that, we're actually getting rid of reports in the chronological kind of way that other magazines do it. Lap 1, this happens, lap 2, that happens. And going for a more flavoured approach. So catch the essence of a weekend. So you've got something different. Because if you buy the other two, then you don't want to see them again and again and again. That was one reason that we decided to change it. And content-wise, we've had people shouting, want more club racing and want more touring cars, because we had a lot of British international racing would cover stuff like what's happened that weekend at Daytona. People don't really want to read that. British GT hasn't been too popular and a few other things, so we decided, give the people what they want.
Yeah.
There we go.
There you go. I mean,
Awesome.
fair to say. I mean, so would you say that a predominant audience that you've got is mainly club racers, so they want to hear about other club racing that's going on?
And yes and no, because we've got the sort of thing. If we stick a touring car on the front cover, it'll sell about 50% more copies. So there is a bit of playing to the crowd to make more money to keep it going, kind of thing. But yeah, there's a lot of there's a lot of people who work within teams as opposed to race. I think on our survey, we worked about 22% of our readers hold a club license. So I don't know what the score is for other magazines. But that's quite good.
Okay, fair enough. So
Good figure.
To put it bluntly, what on earth in your right mind made you ask me to write a column?
Normally I'd be jocular about these kind of things, but the truth is, I just reached out and thought, people who, what you're talking about, even if you're having fun on a Wednesday night on the podcast, it's serious, it's passionate, you understand the issues, and you've all shown that you can express semi-competently.
That's why you've asked Rob. That's why you've asked Rob and not us two, because there's definitely no competence here between us two.
No, it's just I know he's got the finger on the pulse, and it's something that I think that we wanted in there. So it's something that people can connect to, people who race, because obviously you're involved in that yourselves, and it's just creating that direct connection.
Everybody knows if you cut Rob in half, it will just say club racing. He lives and breathes it. Let's give him a little hype up, shall we? He's a total bloody geek when it comes to it.
And I'll tell you, I mean, when Rob sent us the article for the upcoming issue, he contacted us and said, any changes needed. Honestly, the way it came out, I know guys who've been doing this for 40 years who couldn't write and hit the point as well as Rob did. And I mean, people who've been in club racing for 40 years, who were professional journalists, couldn't hit the point as well as what he hit in 600-700 words. So also fills a couple of pages.
There's a new career for you there, Rob.
It looks like
it doesn't pay. No, don't.
To be honest,
I've been doing it for years, and the first couple of years on an old magazine I worked on was great, but obviously with this is for the passion. It's not for the money.
Yeah, and I'll be honest, gents, that's exactly why I jumped at the chance to do it. So the same passion that I put into the podcast and the same passion that I'll be putting into my racing and other projects that I'll be doing later on in the year is the same that I'll be putting into this article. It's going to be coming from the heart. Obviously, you have to be careful who you offend nowadays in terms of companies, because they could turn around and go, I'm fucking suing you. But you sometimes you just have to get to the meeting as well. Nick Prawnvaughan actually makes a good point as well. So you've got Sam McGee already on board. He's made some fantastic articles in Motor Racing UK last year, and he's on again this year, isn't he?
Yeah, he's skipping this issue because he's got a lot on, but hopefully we can get him back for the next. He really is a good racer, good rider, good racer, good lad, good all-round bod. He's great to have on. Very, very. He lifts me up sometimes when I'm getting a bit sick of things.
Yeah. No, I can imagine. But yes, I must say as well, thank you very much for giving us the opportunity to have our words in your wonderful magazine. And I, for one, look forward to Motor Racing UK Magazine going up and up and up and up. Not in price.
Well, it will now. It will now. That's got us in there, right?
Yeah.
Joking.
Exactly. Although, to be fair, Nick, could you imagine if we got you to write the article? I think there's only so much crayon Nick can write.
I was going to say, just get me a set of crayons from like Harvester or something like that, and I'll write you an article. It might not be coloured in. It might not be coloured into the lines, but you know, I'm still learning.
There we go, guys. Right, well, let's just check on some of the comments coming in. So, Carl Barton, I've got a feeling Autosport Show will merge into the MSD live show and November in Silverstone. I can see that happening. Potentially. Your thoughts, gents?
Well, they're the same company now, aren't they? So
it's kind of the same people-ish. But I don't know.
They said something last year. Well, was it last year? Whenever the COVID bit was, that they were potentially going to do a summer thing. So I don't know if they're thinking of doing that again this year, but don't know.
Let's see. Very important question here, gents, from Richard Stock. So, where can you get a Motor Racing UK Magazine subscription?
MotorRacingUK.com. If you go on it, it's got the lead articles about the latest issue, and there's links there for single issues subscriptions, whether it's digital or print. Print's cheaper, and we actually get more money from the print than we do. Digital's cheaper. We get more money from the digital than we do from the print. So if anybody wants to go, I think it's about £8 for 10 issues for the year, and we get all that £1, less than £1 an issue. But when you shift one of these out on their own, we get about 20 pence from it if we're lucky.
Bloody hell! See, that's the only problem. I guess
it's the world we live in now.
It is the world we live in now. I suppose that's kind of what Autosport said when they were like, "Yeah, we're putting the issue up to £11."
The thing is, we need physical copies and to shift a certain amount to be able to get accreditation, because the places don't hand out the digital only really. And Autosport will tell you. I mean, they're down to. I don't know if I should be throwing these kind of things online, but they're down to 8,000 copies a week. They only sell 1,500 off the shelf, and 6,500 are subscriptions, and they sell 17 digital copies a week on their own. So it's it doesn't make much difference to them.
No.
And there's no adverts in here either.
Yeah. Callum, Autosport's been out of date for a long time. MSD is a great new variation which provides a more interactive platform for both traders and punters. It's a good point there, Callum. Maybe the new Autosport Live is moving to MSD. Nick Goff joins us. Hello, Jackie. So who's he referring to? Are we just going to leave that there? I'm just trying to work that out. Do elaborate on that.
Unless he's trying to comment on somebody else's comment. Who knows?
Yeah, there we go. Johnny Berry, still in its early days, but very much agree. Right, we got some other comments here. Bear with me, gents. So Jamie Peter Ennis, I'm looking forward to getting out in a Mini Cooper on the 16th of February as part of the CSCC track day at Donington. Yes, well done,
That'd be wicked.
That'd be wicked. Jamie, I did see the post you put up earlier with the new race kit in there, so we're all rooting for you, mate. Do let us know how you get on. And as promised, we will get you on the show in the future to tell us all about it.
Yes, we will.
Tell us all.
Hell yes, we will.
Hell yes, we will.
Hell yes, we will.
We will. So, yeah, just to remind everyone as well, if you want your copy of Motor Racing UK Magazine, pop onto the website, motorracinguk.com. Obviously, Nick?
I was just going to, while we were on the subject of digital and physical copies, I don't know about you guys, I actually prefer a physical copy. I know, obviously, you get less for it, Mick. I do apologise, but I much prefer. The problem is, I do everything on my phone. I'm doing this show on my phone. I'll be doing posts all day on my phone. Blah blah blah. Sometimes I just like to get that, put it away, and actually pick up a book or a magazine or something, and actually read something.
I think this is the smallest room of the house kind of thing.
Yeah. It's just nice to have a physical copy of a magazine.
Yeah,
I'm one of these weird magazine nuts. From when I bought my first copy of Autosport in 1985, after seeing Moffat, Gracie, and Brock racing Holdens in the European Touring Car Championship. It's like, you got to read about it.
Yeah.
And I've just got to. I mean, I'm stupid enough. I'm doing a 4-year PhD. Most of my days spent writing about motorsport, and I'm also now doing a PhD writing about motorsport. So it's magazines. Magazines. It's life. It's just it's always been there.
Yeah, that's it. It's the passion of guys like yourself, that keep. And it is a great read. I'm not just saying it because you're on the show, but it's a cracking read. And you can see. No, not at all. No, seriously. I've been getting the episodes since getting the issues since they first start coming out. So I've got them all, most of them, maybe not all of them. But again, it's a great read, and it's
good fun. Have you got the one where Knockhill was misspelt on the front cover and it says Cockhill?
No, I haven't got that one.
No.
Oh,
that was the very first issue.
Oh my God! Well, you could say that is a proper cock up. Anyway, Richard Stock, Nick prefers a magazine to read on the loo. There we go. James Alford, I heard Stefan open a digital can of wife beater.
I tried to make it subtle. I can't help. It's not pure wife beater tonight. I'm afraid it's the posh Carlsberg export. If Carl knows the podcast.
Of course it's posh. Your house doesn't have a number.
We're not, Nick. It's season 4.
No, sorry, it's season 4. We were putting all the old jokes to one side, weren't we, guys? This is a more professional show this year.
Sam Pearce, my export Ratita.
You don't help yourself, Steph. Let's just say that much.
I was gonna say, to be fair, I was surprised that Butler didn't come into the door in the background with it on a nice silver platter. Your lager, sir. Anyway,
they
so
could have bought me a glass to put it in.
Well, it could have done, to be fair, but I digress. I'm sure the missus won't like being called the butler. They generally don't like being called that. Right, I just want to take a moment out, guys, just to tell everyone about a fantastic offer that is on offer at the moment from our friends at Hawk Motorsport. They're also very pleased to announce they are now stockists of the Rocked IT helmet and motorsport kit bags. These are really nice quality bags to store your helmet in.
Damn straight they are.
As such, you look at that. Very nice, tasty looking kit. And if you are looking for a brand new helmet to stock into your nice brand new Rocked It helmet and motorsport kit bag, they have got probably one of the best offers I've seen for a while.
Yeah.
This is the all-new Coden full-face carbon fiber helmet on offer with 25% off. 25%.
What?
It's not chump change. That is not chump change.
No.
You can get that delivered for £337.49. That is a saving of over £110. It's
mad, isn't it?
It's a lovely piece of kit as well. I have tried one on in the past. Coden helmets are, even for my massive bonts and my big mound of hair, they are quite comfy. So I may be tempted to get one of those. There we go. For 337 quid, or just about, a saving of over £110. Pop yourself over to www.hawkmotorsport, spelled HAWKE, motorsport.co.uk. Look for the offers on there and look for the Coden Carbon KDF 44 helmet and get yourself one now. I know for a fact that Cam Tunio's just bought himself one. There's quite a few people that have bought themselves one.
That's
perfect.
It.
Just for the start of the race season, gents.
That's it. Cracking bit of kit. Definitely
right.
Cracking bit of kit.
It is lovely. Right. Carl Barton, link to the subscription not working. We'll try it again later. Oh, it's working now.
Hey, that was a quick fix.
Exactly. Massive. I'll be honest, Sam, right? With this lion's mane of hair, I've got a massive bonce anyway, but the hair just makes it even worse.
Lion's manes of hair. You couldn't get it on because of your man bun, you fat... Oh, you turd. I was going to say something else then.
That is a ponytail, not a man bun. And Nick, how could the baldy locks take the piss out of someone with hair?
Because too much testosterone. It's more of a man.
Well, speaking of testosterone, Robin Welch comments, "Hi team, how's Nick's balls?"
Missing! They're gone!
Oh wow! What has this turned into?
They're good now. They're fine now. It's all healed up.
There we go. Some
Hold on a minute. Look.
What?
I can
no.
I can show you if you want.
There's no need. Sit down.
Anyway, as we was...
Oh, that's the quickest I've been cut from the show.
Jesus Christ. Exactly.
He's not going to help you.
Oh no.
I'm not. I can't possibly say that for the audio listeners. It refers to a phallus that may be on Nicholas's head. Luke Raybird does agree, though, Nick. No hair equals no bad hair day. Okay.
Yeah.
True. And
damn straight.
Unlike me, when I take a helmet off, I've got all fluffy hair that looks terrible. He takes a helmet off, don't make any difference.
It still looks sexy.
It just looks a bit shinier, doesn't it? It just looks a bit shinier. Yeah. Right, okay, chaps, so let's move on to the main subject this evening. So,
I like the fact that we're covering all angles here.
Wow, that's what we do, isn't it?
We're covering absolutely everything tonight.
Yeah.
The show is descending into chaos.
Hair, impotency, all of it. We just cover all the things that people need to talk about.
Well, tell you what, shall we cover some club racing now?
Go for it.
Because
is that why we're here?
That is actually why we're here. The clue's in the title, Nicholas.
I'm on the wrong podcast.
You must be. I'd bugger off somewhere else. So, looking to build on, and I don't want to talk about this too much because I do delve into this a little bit in the article. Again, motorracingmagazine.com. Get on there, get yourself a subscription. I do talk about how 2022 and beyond is this is testing times coming up now. So we're going to look at the positives. So what are you guys looking forward to the most out of 2022? Who should we start with? Go on, Stefan. Lead us off. What are you most looking forward to in 2022? Whether it's a series, anything you like, anything you don't like.
In series-wise, I'm looking forward to the modified Fords. I am a Ford fan, so just seeing them cars, the grids are just absolutely mental and always full, always quality. Again, you're in it. Not think you do it every round, but I'm looking forward to each round you're in, and hopefully going to be there to help you out.
Yeah.
But just in general, the modified Fords, I think it's just quality. It's just absolutely mental. Also looking to the Type R Trophy and the Civic Cup. I know everyone's a bit, but I don't know. I think it's probably one of the best one-make series out there now. And the way they're going, I think it's quality, and it's something I'm looking forward to watching and following this year. Are we just sticking to not biased opinions?
Well, to be fair,
what are you looking forward to this year? Could be anything.
What I'm looking forward to. I mean, you said modified Fords because I couldn't because I'm racing in it. And the one thing I did say when we planned this episode
I'd be saying that if you're not in it anyway.
To be fair, I would be saying it as well. It is. I mean, I was showing you yesterday. They've already filled the grid for the first round, and they have 5 paid cars in reserve, ready to take the spot if anyone drops out. One of them is, I'm not going to be at Silverstone because the car probably won't be ready. But that's nearly 50 cars have paid a deposit to their entry fee, which is how their system works. So they're committing to be at that first round.
Yeah. But as you showed me yesterday and how the pay structure works, I really wish I owned a Ford to race in that series.
Well, yeah, the more cars you get in, the cheaper it is.
Yeah, it's brilliant, I think. But
I think it speaks volumes when, like you say, you're filling 50 cars already and it's a month down the line. I think that says everything you need to know about how well run that is. But
I think it does. Now,
and there are some absolutely stunning cars in there.
There's some absolutely beautiful cars in there. Now, the next one, I'll be honest, I've picked this. Well, I haven't picked this. I've said Nick could pick this. I think Mick has picked this.
Yeah.
Okay. Nick Vaughan has picked this.
Yes.
Right.
Who else? There's going to be tons of people, surely.
Matt Cleary has picked the Super Tourers.
Yes.
Johnny Berry has picked the Super Tourers.
Yes. Have you seen some of the pro drivers that are coming along to have a go as well?
Well, I believe at the first round, so there we go. So that's Jason Hughes. So the Classic Touring Car Racing Club have launched the Super Tourer Championship. So Jason Hughes took part in Classic Thunder last year. And what they've done now is, I mean, I'm not too sure in the background of how it was run with the HSCC, but it was my understanding that it maybe got a bit too expensive in terms of entry fees and stuff like that. They wanted somewhere just to come and race these beautiful cars.
I think they struggled with tyres as well. Tyres set up for them, and there was a few other bits. Obviously, Super Tourers are like the dinosaurs now, so to try and find, and they're so bespoke, trying to find spares and parts for them isn't something you just buy off your local Euro car parts or something like that. So the running cost of these cars is mega. So if you see them on track,
I mean, obviously
it's pretty special.
I mean, Mick, describe that picture at Silverstone of Jason Hughes on two wheels.
That was about the only time in the race that he actually managed to stay on the tarmac through there. Like, he was honestly on the grass. He was ragging it like it was back in the day. He was absolutely full on smashing it. It was quite sexy. That was just on the international circuit coming onto the Hanger Straight, and he was just
absolutely nailing
the sound, the feeling. It was just every time went past us. It was just glorious and spurting and excitement, you know.
Well, I mean, people forget Jason Hughes raced in the touring cars himself. Not quite in period, but the MG that he raced as the Kart World MG is going to be racing at the first round at Silverstone, I believe, at the end of March.
He owns that one as well.
He owns that one as well, but it's going to be none other than Colin Turkington at the wheel.
Yeah.
So Colin Turkington's coming back to race that. Richard Wheeler, I think he's got two Primeras, and one of them is going to be raced by Anthony Reid.
Yes.
Obviously, John Cleland is coming back to race his Vectra.
Yes.
It is a Super Touring fan's wet dream. Let's be honest.
It's going to be, honestly, I said it before we started this show, credit where credit is due. The CTCRC have absolutely smashed it doing this. I just hope that it all just comes to fruition and thrives, because there's tons of these cars about. There's tons of them around. I know there's loads in build. There is, they're in people's sheds and things like that. If you give them a place to race, they'll come and race, and it'll be something special.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it is. But I mean, like you said, obviously the problem's going to be with parts. So they've stuck with it's going to be a 4 meeting season. So I think that's very sensible as well. So it gives them the time both to prep, check the cars over in between rounds as well. Yeah. And like you said, I mean, you say there's going to be, trying to get these cars in is going to be difficult. But when they came in with the HSCC, I think they regularly had grids of 20 to 25 cars, which on a club grid is still a fairly good grid.
Good numbers.
It's good numbers. Plus the fact, I believe they've opened it up to the later style cars, obviously, which is why Turks is going to be there in the MG. So you've got, I think there's a couple of old Vauxhall Astras that are coming back from the old BTC days.
You see the old the Volvo S40?
Yeah, the S40. So is that the owner of G-Man Tweaks? Is that Jason Minshaw still got that? I think I recognise the name. Yeah, I think so. Like you say, a couple of Primeras, the Laguna coming, I believe. Yeah.
The old Nescafe liveried Laguna. There's tons about. Oh, you got the old is it Tony Absalom's Cavalier.
Oh, the Fujifilm car.
The Fujifilm Cavalier.
Yeah.
That'd be about.
There we go.
Yeah.
Robin Welch makes a good point as well. Patrick Watts still has one behind all the C1s in his garage.
Yeah.
There we go. So
Robin, you're friendly with him. Tap him up. Come on. He's got to get it out. Come on. Give him a nudge. Those C1s are bloody boring. Tell them to get Super Tour out.
I like that. So we get you we go in a C1, and that's how.
I didn't say I didn't enjoy it.
Richard Stock, when are we going to see Nick Spectra? We'll actually come across to that. So I think there's some YouTube content going, isn't there, gents? But we will talk about that. We will talk about that.
We will cover that towards the end of the show. Yes.
Yes. Robin Welch is going to get on it as well. So he's going to see if he can get Patrick Watts out. Right, Mick. What are your picks for 2022? What are you looking forward to?
I think the list's about that long. It's as long as my arm. There's absolutely loads of stuff I'm looking forward to, and I think 2 24-hour races at Angles here piquing me interest a little bit. Yep. You might mock the C1s, but I'm going to be interested to actually see the C1s and the city cars in the same build a couple of meetings this year as well. Mm-hmm. And for me, the big one for me is Historics coming back to Croft, because we haven't had them for the last couple of years. And the last time that we were out in 2019, they changed the format and it didn't quite work as well as it had in the past. But it's proper. And that year, the Jackie Stewart Classic, that's going to be a. You get Goodwood down there, don't you? We're getting this on the board. Sir Jackie.
That's cool.
Beautiful as well.
That would be very cool.
You've got it here as well, Formula Ford 1600s.
Yeah. I think building on last season after the success of the festival, I think a lot more people are really, really interested and aware now. I think you're getting some people going just to see it, just experience it. I think it's going to be a good year. And Beckett's a hell of a job.
Yeah, I'm a converted Formula Ford fan these days as well, aren't I, Rob?
Yeah, you did when we went to see them at Castle Combe. You got it straight away, didn't you? Why?
Yeah, 100%. I'm not the biggest open wheeler fan. I'm not. I'm a tin top fan through and through, but the racing was mega.
It is mega. I banged on about this last year, and I'm going to bang on it again this year. I don't care, but when you look at the rising costs of the likes of Formula 4 and such, to get on, but I bang on about Australian motorsport as well, but Russell Ingall, just a week ago, put up his days winning the Formula Ford Championship in 1993, winning the festival. He still has that trophy on his mantelpiece over in Australia. He's won Bathurst and he's won the V8 Supercar Championship. Yeah. Some of the biggest championships you can win. He's got Gulf Coast fucking surfboards where he's won there and places like that. But he still keeps the trophy he won at Brands Hatch, and he still cherishes that at one of its best. And I think Formula Ford, looking at the basics of that as a junior single-seater formula, I think it still works. There's some fantastic names that graduated. Some fantastic names that have graduated from Formula Ford and gone up the ranks.
But it just makes sense, doesn't it? You learn your skill, you learn your craft, you learn about setups, and you can do it yourself.
Yes. And I mean, Mick, you had it. The headline of one of your magazines, I think it was 2 issues ago, FIA takes the Formula 3 name and they had to rebrand it as GB3. Now, that to me is just money-making parody bullshit politics.
Yeah. I mean, I spoke to quite a few of the Formula 4 teams and GB3 teams, or F3 teams as they were last year for that piece, and Motorsport UK and Karun Chandok and whatnot. And Chandok's line, if I remember rightly, was Formula 4's got to go forward as it is. If you can't afford it, tough. GB3, if you haven't got enough money and you're looking to go professional, it might give you a good LMP3 career. I just can't believe how the governing body's being allowed to run one single-seater championship and have the person who's behind it denigrate other ones so much. And I know it's a battle because they want the drivers. But if you look at GB3 this year, it's all the guys that come from Formula 4 and they're coming from Ginetta Juniors. People can't afford Formula 4. I think it's going to die over here. And everybody I speak to who's raced the Formula Ford always say they've learned so much more. Much more. And about getting that last little bit out of the car. It's so hard to find and you learn so much. I might be an old fart, but, I still think slicks and wings straight out of carts. I think you need to get that knowledge bank. A couple of years of racing on British tracks and learning respect for yourself, respect for the track, respect for other people. I mean, people go about Verstappen. I think the worst thing about Verstappen coming to Formula One is it means that everybody has to go in at 17. When you go back 20, 25 years, people go in at 25. They've lived a life. They're getting out. They've done maybe a bit of saloon car racing, but they've gone through the system and they've got that knowledge bank. And it's not there now. It is, all money. Bastards.
Just that stuff. Just this stuff.
There we go.
I'll come down. I was climbing up my podium to start shouting, but I reined it in a little bit because it's something I'm really passionate about.
Yeah.
Formula 1000 as well. That's another. You've seen a few kids come from karting and get into them, and it's like, that's a great series. You know, if you want to get taste.
Mega.
100% mega.
Absolutely mega. I mean, back in the day, you're looking at Formula 4 now and then the climb up. Even Formula Renault back in the day, okay, it was slicks and wings, but it was so basic. But even then, it just wasn't as much cost-wise as it is now. It's ludicrous.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, you think you go back 30 years, we had Formula Opel, Vauxhall, there was Formula First came out.
Yeah.
Yeah, you had all sorts. And it was people could price a budget and go and run. Whereas now, I mean, the thing with Formula 4 is what will happen is the likes of Prema will come in. And if they put 4 cars on the grid, who wants to go and race against that? And the fact that the idea of it is over here is to bring in drivers like junior F1 drivers from the development programs. It's just going to be, I think it'll be a farce eventually. I'm not a fan of it.
No, that's fair enough.
You got to earn your credit, haven't you?
Yeah.
We're a firm believer at our bit. There's got to be that progressive ladder going up. Start at your club level stuff. Obviously, we're going to be biased about that. Work your way into the faster national stuff, then up into your Ginettas, stuff like that, and then aim like touring cars, stuff like that. British GT, what have you. It's just you should have to do it. You should.
Yeah.
But I mean, every other sport does it. You don't just pay your way into the Premier League, do you? Well,
that's I'll just touch on a little bit. But the formula, the FIA single seater ladder, the triangle. People go out to Formula Regional. Once you stick a driver in Formula Regional, they're not going to make it to F1 or anything like that, which is what everybody wants them to do, unless it's a couple of extra races on top of your F3 and F2 kind of progression. I think it's people should go through more.
Yeah, should do.
Yeah,
you should have. We've come. So what are we looking forward to in 2022, everyone?
I was going to say we have kind of.
I feel like we've gone pretty far off subject.
British Endurance Championship. That's one that I'm looking forward to.
I'm also looking to the KA 24-hour to see how it actually lasts 24 hours.
Well, I mean, to be fair, it's this. I think this is the peak now of club endurance motorsport. So we've had this for the past couple of years, and it's come to a crescendo this year. So the C1 24 hours has had that race for a few years and been very successful with it. Long may that continue for British motorsport.
Yeah. I'm also looking forward to that because hopefully we're going to be more involved this year. So that should be
fingers crossed
awesome.
As well. I mean. And we're going to blow Robin's trumpet because he's done a fantastic job since he took over. He's had some difficult times this year. He's had some fantastic times this year. But we've learned behind the scenes what he's doing to change the series because, it did develop a bit of a reputation. And he's cleaned that up like that. Literally just 1 year, bang, he's cleaned it up. So we'll see. And Mick said as well, we'll see how it runs with the BRSCC this year as well. I think it will flourish. The BRSCC, again, they've changed into a very good organising club. Go on, Nick.
Yeah. I was just going to say, one thing I really liked about it, and obviously we pictured that we all went to the pub with Robin and Tom a few weeks back, talking business and stuff like that. The thing I like about the C1s, not only was the racing great when we had a go at it, but it's the attention to detail of how Robin and his team make sure that those cars are all absolutely spot bob on. So every single car that is on that track is absolutely 100% legit, and the racing is fantastic as a result.
Yeah,
and it's that kind of stuff. It's that kind of attention to detail as to why the C1 Racing Club is booming and is mega.
Yeah.
And I'll say it. There's just no bullshit.
Yeah.
And the great thing, you see this, but if there is bullshit, he doesn't take it. Just fucking get out. We ain't got time for it. Leave. Get lost.
Right.
Go somewhere else. And that's what makes the racing fantastic over there.
Can I just digress a bit? Because Sam's made a very good point here. And you're going to enjoy this as well, Nick.
Sorry, not heard him already.
Sam Pierce, I'm looking forward to the new Ginetta GT4 Super Cup just to listen to a grid full of V8s.
Yes.
That's very true.
That's going to be a little bit naughty.
Exactly. That's going to be literally a case of all the blokes just stood at the start line like, they get off the line.
Clean up in aisle 3.
It's just going to be. It is going to be a
Captain Paradise reference.
Yeah.
Wow.
I didn't think anybody else in the world apart from me liked that film.
Yeah.
Nick Goff, I do get what you're saying, but without the big money paid drivers, a lot of decent poorer drives wouldn't get their subsidised support drives. I kind of get that to an extent. I think what we're kind of talking about, Nick, is the fact that it costs that much to go up that ladder. It's not what it used to be. It's certainly just absolutely exploded. Jamie Peter Ennis, can't wait for the fabulous Classic Sports Car Club season and also another epic Fun Cup adventure.
Yes.
James,
we need to watch some more Fun Cup. Actually,
we do need to watch some.
It's definitely at the taller end. It's borderline national racing more than club racing, but it does look fun.
It does look very fun. James Alford, Britcar Media Day, February 12th. I hear there's some serious drivers in the trophy category, James. Would that include yourself by any chance?
With that, there's a little props there. That's going to be a good one, mate. We're looking forward to that one this year.
Exactly. Chris Blakely,
you have to get us to come along and have a play with the golf.
Oh, for God's sake. See, that's another episode where Nick's tried to blag a drive, you cheeky
no, I didn't say anything about blagging a drive.
Well,
did I?
Did I?
No. You're assuming there.
I'm assuming.
Yes.
I'm calling bullshit, Nicholas Holmes.
No, not at all.
Wants to sit in
I just want to go. Exactly.
Yeah.
I settle for that.
Sit in and make brum noise. Chris Blakely, so any tips for a driver entering their first season of racing? I'm starting in the BMW CCR Class 6 this year. I believe if it's the one that I
enjoy it.
Yes, enjoy it. That's the biggest
enjoy
thing.
It.
Would that
Honestly,
be a BMW 330 you're running? I think I've seen you on the socials. Yeah, BMW. So yes, the main thing, enjoy it.
Get involved as well.
Yeah,
every person you would have raced against on that grid, they would have had a first-time race as well.
Yeah.
And I promise you now, every single man and his dog there would rather see you on track than off track. So if you have any issues, just ask for help. Just speak to someone.
It's an amazing place.
Honestly.
Just get around, talk to everyone, anyone that you're racing with.
Talk to everybody and anybody.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair,
awesome.
that series has got some serious drivers in it as well, but they are very, very knowledgeable, very friendly paddock. I know one or two, Graham Crowhurst being one of them. You know, he's very friendly, race winner, very knowledgeable. He would be a guy to go and talk to as well. But yes, most importantly, as Nick and Stefan said first, enjoy it. Enjoy it.
On a serious point, just make sure you know all your timings. So all your scrutineering, your qualifying, your race, make sure you know your times early. You've set a little plan out early, so there's none of this. Shit. And then you're trying to rush to the to the assembly area.
Yeah, honestly,
nice and early, so it's less stress. So just you can have fun.
A race weekend will go like that.
Yeah, it will.
So just be up early, keep yourself fed and watered. Make sure, as you say, all your stuff's scrutineered. You're signed on. Just
you won't
preparation is key.
Apart from your own.
Yeah, no, that's fair enough. Robin Welch, going on what we were saying earlier on with the C1s, we will keep it clean moving forward. Liam Brown in BRSCC is a great paddock to be in. Marketing Delivery joins us.
Good evening, Jeremy.
Good evening. Gary Coburn is doing the 750 Classic Stock Hatch. Great affordable racing with great grids.
What a series.
Cool.
What a
series. That is one I need to go in. I have to have a go in that.
So if you weren't trying to black and drive earlier, you are now.
I'm not even gonna act ashamed about that. The classic stock hatch is bloody amazing. Get me a little Vauxhall Nova or something like that. An old Fiesta XR3. I'm there. I'm all over it. I'd have a go in them. In fact, that's actually where I was aiming to go first when I first started out wanting to go racing.
That was it?
It's classic stock hatch. Yeah, that's how I met like Pip Hammond and everyone like that. That's where I wanted to go first of all. And then I built a rusty Vauxhall.
We'll hopefully find out a bit more about it later. Sam gives the advice, just send it. That's a good point. Luke Allen joins us as well. Hi guys, sorry I'm late. Adam Pee-wee Chamberlain, he's looking forward to testing at Donny on the 15th of the CSCC, followed up by a full season in Turbo 10 tops. Right, sorry guys, we've digressed to the comments. We'll come back. So Mick, what else are you looking forward to?
Is that Mick or Nick?
Mick.
Northern Saloon sports cars. It's kind of like a home for me, and it's brilliant. You never know what's going to turn up. So much variety across the grid. Huge grids, fantastic paddock, excellent racing. And I think there might be a Cadwell Park again this year. Could be wrong, but fantastic to see them there. Yeah. What else?
That'd be a good one.
Going a bit national, but TCR UK this year I think is going to be something that I'm going to be.
Look at this heating up.
I know it's up there, but it has really grown. Well, it seems to have grown from all the social media presence over the winter. So
they put a lot of work in.
Cool. Yeah.
And the money's being put where the mouth is instead of relying on people to turn up with cars. They've been pushing. And there's some interesting drivers there.
Yeah. Some interesting setups as well. So old Jam Sport are running some Subarus. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, that was actually quite.
That was wicked.
You see all the usual TCR cars, and then you saw the Subaru. I was like, that is cool. Something different. I like it.
Yeah.
I mean,
we like variety.
Different coming in a couple of weeks. I think next week there's an announcement. You might have seen it. Lewis Kent's new interesting car. I won't say what it is because he hasn't announced it.
Ooh.
Right. Well, I mean,
exclusive.
You say new interesting car.
Tell us.
It was still covered in Hyundai badges, so it's got to be a Hyundai.
Is it missing a door?
I mean, we've got a brand new car. He had an i30. I can only assume he's upgraded to the Velostar, whatever it's called, that's currently running.
Couldn't possibly say.
Well, Nick can't possibly say, but so we're going to assume that for now. But yeah, I mean, fair play. If Stuart Lyons and Co can get the TCR grid growing, it's another sort of feeder category to go into European TCR, World TCR.
We just need a feeder category into the TCR.
Well, to be fair,
that's his idea with the Hondas, though, isn't it?
Civic Cup, things like that.
Whatnot.
Yeah, I mean, Civic Cup's sort of heading that way. Arguably, that's kind of what it was. And Mick, we'll look at back in the old days. You had the old feeder categories back in the day. You did the one make series, the Fiesta Championship, your CRX Challenge. If you want to go back to the 80s, Austin Rover.
It's the gap between that and that. It's just so substantial.
Yeah, that's the problem with that.
There's tons of racing to lead up to there.
There is. I get that. I mean,
look at our last episode. Look at our last episode talking about the minis. The gap between Cooper, JCW touring cars was astronomical.
That's something we did in the last issue. I think it was.
Yeah.
We actually had a data comparison of the speeds and whatnot across the season. Spoke to a couple of people, and it is nothing really for. I mean, I think placing TCRs a gap up to touring cars is a good thing because there's nothing. I mean, sometimes when I know I'm going into naughty territory with the touring cars, but there's some people have stepped up there in years past, and you think they should have had something in between before stepping up there. Just because you've got back and behind you doesn't mean to see you should be there.
No. Well, that's been proven in the past few years, isn't it? Well, I say past few years. Been doing it for years and years. But But then isn't that, I believe, that's where the TC... So, was it the TCT?
Touring Car Trophy, yeah. They've cancelled
Yeah,
that and just got exclusively
so it was like
TCR
ex BTCC cars. It just died on its arse pretty quick, didn't it?
Yeah. Because we're getting the arse kicked by the TCR cars.
Yeah, 100%.
I mean, it's not necessarily the cars, though, is it? I mean, it's in the TCR cars that were doing to people who knew what they were doing, really.
The thing I like about, I know, obviously trying to keep it relevant for the show. But the thing I like about the TCR is, like you touched on a minute ago, Rob, is the fact that you can race a TCR car in the UK. You can go to, Australia and read TCR, into Europe TCR, America TCR. It's old super touring.
And the one thing that we've also found, well, I mean, you say that old super touring, you wouldn't have caught a super touring car where you could buy one that's about a year old and then go race it in Club Enduro, which has happened now. You've got TCR cars. TCR cars very quickly have found themselves in Club Motorsport.
Yeah, we've had them up north in the in the north.
Not driven by club racers though. Let's be honest.
We've had Morrison's car up north in the DDMC for the last few years. It's an absolute beauty. But I don't know where it is now because I know it had an engine fire, and that's the thing. They're not cheap, are they?
No, they're not.
Something goes wrong.
I did hear a rumor that, I mean, if you dinged a TCR in the right place on either of the right front corners and it pushed the drive shaft towards the gearbox, you're looking at a new gearbox. And I know you're going to have that with any car. If you ding it hard enough, you're going to break some components. But even what they would call a moderate accident would result in a brand new gearbox at a cost of many, many, many pound notes.
Wow. If only you could go to somewhere like Silver Lake, for instance, and buy some spare parts for your race car dirt cheap.
You're not going to find.
Can't do that in a TCR car, can you?
No, you're not going to find a stack of shelves in Silver Lake that just has TCR, Golf GTI, TCR, Cupra.
Maybe we'll put that to them. That might be a good idea.
Maybe they should start breaking them, buying them at €60,000 or whatever they're sort of listed at. Liam Browning, he makes the point. We've got a guy at City Car Cup last year who's running a TCR and 750 Club in Enduro. You can buy them with a decent spares package. I mean,
but we did have the conversation for the same kind of price as a TCR car. You can buy a well-sorted BMW M3. You can't blame people for buying TCR cars because they are a well-sorted race car for
a fact. And that's the thing; it's a well-sorted factory race car with somewhere where you can go get spares and stuff like that.
You can't blame people.
It's the kind of car that you can go to a bank manager and say, "Can I have a loan for? Because I'm going to race it here, but I'm going to hire it out to race there. I'm going to hire it out to go into Britcar. I'm going to hire it out into this." So, you get 20 weekends a year and it pays for itself.
Yeah,
100%. I mean, the other thing...
If you're a bank manager listening to the show right now, do get in touch.
Oh, my God. Hang on. Paul Harvey, right? Paul, okay, two idiots tried to get me to buy a Super Copa last night. Admittedly, love Paul. So Paul was out last night. He was having a nice beverage at the end of a hard-working day. And normally about that time, myself and Sam Pearce jump on WhatsApp and try and get him to buy a Super Copa. However,
it'd be a brilliant idea.
It would be a brilliant idea, exactly. Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you. Either that or a Gen 4 Clio Cup. So if there is anyone out there that is selling sort of a Gen 1, Gen 2 Seat Super Copa or a Gen 4 Clio Cup car, if you can get in touch with Mr. Paul Harvey, he may be interested in it. If not, just contact Sam Pearce.
It's not maybe. Not maybe. Definitely interested.
He'll do a cash buy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there we go. But Paul's got a good point there.
Contact him after 8 o'clock. It's a guaranteed buy.
Yeah.
It's a guarantee.
And you can make an extra 10%.
Paul's... Only when drunk.
What'd you drink, Paul? Let me send that up to you, mate.
Okay, right. Lewis Kent has come on as well, and he's commented, I think the way the cars perform for the money compared to things like BTCC, and GT4, TCR is the car to be in. You've got a good point, Lewis. You've got a good point, mate. We look forward to your announcement anyway. Thank you for tuning into the show tonight. Paul Harvey, it's happened before. It's happened before. Hashtag blame Sam.
Yes, Sam. I mean, only if we get a go. That's all I want. Just sitting there.
Oh, now who's blagging a dry? Fucking hell. Get your own joke.
Right.
We're joining somewhere. It's worked well for you in the past.
Right, let's go back to the topic in hand, chaps. So, series I'm looking forward to. I like One Make Racing. I've banged on about Civic Cup last year. I'm looking forward to that. The 750 Motor Club have got 2 programs that, for me, have been absolutely fantastic in potentially enticing someone into club racing and showing someone, look, we can provide you with a car for a reasonable price, and you can go club racing and not have the horror. And I'm talking about 750 Motor Club, the Clio Sport Championship, which has now brought the new 197 in as well, and the Type R Trophy. Excuse me, got a bit of indigestion. I think.
Oh, right.
Sorry, I'm like.
Where's the tiny violin video? Hang on.
Oh, please tell me if you've got it to hand. That'd be brilliant.
I haven't got it.
Sorry, talking about. But the Clio Sport Championship and the Type R Trophy. A massive round of applause to 750 Motor Club and Tegiwa and people for implementing that, because that is something that can be put to the masses and just go, look, okay, it looks like a big sum of money now, but you've then got that car, you can race in this series, but at the same time, as we've said before, chaps, I mean, the 2 cars that came up as the most, I can't remember the bloody term for it, but you can go and race them elsewhere. An EP3 and a Clio, you can more or less take it and go and race somewhere else. So if you've got 10K, looks like a big one now. Yeah, but if you buy that and invest that into the car, you can race with them for a year and then maybe go and try something else. But it's to me, and I want to see programs like that flourish because it keeps club racing going. Oh, Nick's gone.
He's back.
Oh, he's back. Your internet is shocking tonight, Nicholas.
Has it gone again?
You went again. You dropped out and came back. It's okay. We'll carry on like nothing happened. I said about the 24-hour races as well. So we've got an absolute bumper crop of 24-hour races I'm looking forward to. And I hope the endurance side thrives as well. It brings more people. I mean, overall, I said in my article that's coming out in Motor Racing UK that the biggest test with club racing is yet to come in the next few years. If you want to read the rest of it, please buy Motor Racing UK Magazine. Not that we're plugging it or anything. But I just want to see the overall continuation of the bumper grids and the interesting club, the fact that people could come back from COVID and go, right, we're going racing.
Yeah.
And I want the paddocks to stay full. I want everything to keep going. And you know what? I want people to start being proactive and look towards the future to keep that going and keep people in the sport. Yeah. Because it's what we need. It is what we need.
If anything like last year, just to go by, previous year to that, it's the demand is there. It's just brilliant.
Exactly.
It's going to be a good year. This is going to be a mega year.
It is. I feel it in my bones. It's going to be a mega year. So is there anything else, chaps, that you guys are looking forward to this year?
Yeah.
Racing.
I'm looking forward to the BMW 116 trophy.
Oh.
Yeah.
I love that. I love that series. I'm looking forward to the new Sprint series. I quite like the little dynamic they've got with the fact that you'll have automatic flappy paddles and things like that. But I'm a big, me, I'm a big fan of One Make series is rear wheel drive. We've had a go in it ourselves. Cracking series. And yeah, lots of new things for them this year. A few different formats. So yeah, that's going to be a cracking one to watch as well this year. Lots of cars I've seen in build as well. I know Mark and his team do a cracking job over there. So yeah, 116 trophy for me.
Yeah, outstanding. I mean, the bit I've got.
There's another one I thought of.
The BRSCC One Make series, the Super Cup. So the BRSCC have the one series that they're racing as well. Whether it's the same sort of idea that's possibly been, I'm not going into that right now. But again, if it's another series,
we've made a strong case about copying people's ideas, haven't we? But
yeah, I know. We'll move on.
If there is a gap in the market, by all means fill it. But if it's a gap, it's not a gap. Just leave it be. Put your hands up.
I mean, to be
Someone
honest,
else has got that.
It could well have been it could be a perfect coincidence.
Yeah, it could be the
Could
perfect.
be a perfect. You have to give people the benefit of the doubt and see how everything goes this year.
Yes, you do.
The one thing I'm looking at as well, obviously, MSV Super Cup rebranded as Turismo X. I mean, to be honest, it sounds like Gran Turismo on acid. We'll see how it goes. The bit that I'm looking forward to with that now, it's a 25-minute qualifying session, and then you have a top 10 shootout, effectively, the Super Bowl, where you get one chance, one lap to get that lap in and put it on.
Yeah,
pretty cool, isn't it?
It is pretty cool.
It's a cool format. We like different.
It sounds pretty cool. But at some of the longer tracks, like the SNET 300, it takes a long time just to watch one car go around.
Yeah,
that's fine. But to be fair, Steph, the way they do it, you'll have one car on his flyer, and about halfway around the circuit will be the other car getting ready. So it's going to be about half a lap in between. So you know they'll do it properly.
I mean, I know.
Oh yeah.
I think that is cool.
It's got the formula to be pretty. I mean, the Super Cup was awesome anyway. There's some awesome machinery in there.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's change of format. It'd be interesting to see how it goes. It's good to see things being mixed up, isn't it? So.
Yeah. Definitely.
And there is one more series I'm looking forward to this year as well. Actually.
Yes.
I'm looking forward to the SNET Saloons.
Yeah.
Because that is a race series that actually have saloons in it. That's one for me. You know I'm a sucker for a saloon.
Has it also got hatchbacks in?
Yeah.
It does have hatchbacks, but it does also have saloons.
Yeah, they've stepped up as well.
For me,
they've got an endurance style round as well, which is cool.
Yeah.
I just for me it was the variation that was there when we saw them. When we were there, was it KO? What we were there for?
Yeah, it was a 12-hour.
Yeah, 12 hour for the KOs, wasn't it? That was seeing the SNET Saloons, especially in their first year, it was mega. So this year, I'm looking forward to seeing how that one's going to grow.
Yeah. I mean, Matt Cleary, he just comments as well. SNET Saloons and Classic Thunder, of course, our good friend that tunes it. I mean, Thunder's always a good grid. It's got V8s at the front of it. Some amazing cars. And when you've got the likes of Nick Prawn-Vaughan that have, he's got a massive social media following, a very nice guy. When you speak to him, very pleasant guy, and he's attracted to the series in that bonkers Audi he drives. So I look forward to seeing how he gets on.
It's a hilarious thing.
Luke Allen, entries open for the SNET Saloons already. We have a guest round at Silverstone Grand Prix circuit in March. There we go.
Oh,
Any
nice.
information on
There
that?
we go.
Get yourself onto the SNET Saloons page. March 13th.
I like how other people were coming to the podcast to start plugging as well as us.
Why not?
We said
it's all part of it. Just bring it.
Tonight is an interactive show. If you've got a plug, what you're looking for, etc., give us a shout. But get it in the comments.
Oh, hang on a minute. There's a comment there from Nicholas Jackson saying he's got a Gen 2 Super Cooper. Yeah, is he offering it to us for have a go in, or
no? He's offering it.
He has one.
We'll have it.
I think he's offering it.
I think he's offering it for us to have a little go in. I think.
Now he's blagging the drive, Stefan.
Sorry.
That's fair enough. I mean, to be fair, as I saw with managed as well, we had the bigger grids. The one series that I've noticed is possibly finally died a death. The Mazda Motorsport Club that have sort of struggled on a bit in the past few years and struggled with grid numbers. It looks like they've dropped off the BARC roster. So maybe the knife is going to come down on the few series that didn't have as many numbers as they can. But that can only be a good thing because you're going to have bumper meetings with bumper car numbers and hopefully absolutely great racing.
We've spoken about dilution, haven't we? It'd be good if some series did just bugger off and then other cars can come back where they belong.
Exactly that. Stefan?
Maybe is almost a yes.
Maybe is definitely. It's not a no. It's not a no.
Yeah. I mean, I did ask 2 questions, but I'm assuming it's the one I want.
Yeah. Well, let's be fair. Sam's come back Nick, I'll let you know when to send the advert to Paul Harvey. Yes! Operation Get Paul Out in a suit. To be fair, for a guy that's done so much, including myself for everyone in motorsport, it would be good to see him out in a car that he really wants to be out in. We love you to bits, Paul. Yeah. Absolutely love you to bits. Right. So, guys, to sum up, 2022, is there anything else before we move on that you're really looking forward to?
Race cars!
Just race cars. Mick,
what about all the race cars?
Come on, Mick, what about you?
Free food coming back to media centres. Especially the Silverstone Classic Media Day, because they do gourmet burgers that are lovely.
Oh, do you need do you need anyone to carry your bags for you?
I could just not that to you.
Oh.
Outstanding. Classic and Modern Motorsport Club Southern, thank you for coming on, guys. Good vibes. That's what we want. That's what you want motorsport to be this year, is good vibes.
100%.
Yeah,
now, chaps, I just want to take a couple of minutes now to talk about the offers from Paddock Motorsport. The 2022 season is fast approaching for Paddock Motorsport, and they have an absolute barn of Mazda MX-5s just ready to go. So the 2022 season is fast approaching. We have seats available in our fully arrive and drive MX-5 Super Cup cars for either single events or full season entries. Eligible championships include the BRSCC MX-5 Super Cup, the BRSCC MX-5 Super Cup Clubman Championship, and the BRSCC Club Sport Trophy. Contact us today for more information. If you go onto the Paddock Motorsport social media, namely their Facebook, get in contact with the guys on there. They've got some wonderfully put together cars for hire. And don't forget, they list the BRSCC championships there, but I'm sure if you want to race it somewhere where those cars are eligible, think of your 750 motor clubs, your club enduros, your road sports, your track day championship, track day trophy. I'm sure they will be willing to accommodate you. So get yourself onto Paddock Motorsport. They've got full arrive and drive seats for full season entries or single events. Get in touch with them today.
Perfect.
Awesome.
Perfect.
It's like you should be one of those kind of advertisement kind of, what do they call it? Voiceover guys. You need to be one of them, Rob.
Yeah.
Shall I put on careers you could do that we've discovered tonight?
He could be the next Murray Walker.
Yeah.
No.
You need to start doing some commentating. I think we need to get you. Into that.
To be fair, I have spoken to people because I want to do a bit of commentary because I love talking about racing. So I have spoken to Scott at the BRSCC. I have spoken to Scott at the BRSCC.
That's a show exclusive.
So if you want, in all seriousness, if any of the live streamers want someone to come on and talk about racing and stuff with them and just show the passion, I would love to come and do that because it's one thing I've always wanted to do, as well as many other things. So
100%. You'll nail that, mate.
Well, to be fair, Sam Pearce has got a good point there because no one will ever replace Murray Walker.
No.
I didn't say replace him. I said he could be the next one.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone can be the next
Listen to the show.
You'll just be the Rob Lewis.
Yeah, you'll be the Rob Lewis.
Yeah. And then someone will be going, you can never replace the Rob Lewis.
Yeah, Matt Cleary, looking forward to the bonkers focus estate of AJ Howe. My old teammate, yes! Would love to. Would absolutely love to see AJ Howe out on his focus estate this year. Right, moving on. So, the Club Racing UK Ambassador Programme has officially closed.
Yay!
For this year.
It has. So, entries closed January 31st at midnight. I have to say, what an overwhelming response we've had this year. Thanks. We've now got a very long job ahead of us of picking our lucky three. So that is underway now. In fact, actually, 2 weeks' time, the show is going to be the Ambassador Special, is it not, boys?
Yeah.
Was it 2 weeks' time?
Should be.
Yeah, 2 weeks' time.
We do a show every 2 weeks, gents, and we're doing a show right now, meaning in 2 weeks' time
I must apologise.
will be another show.
Anyone that is watching that has applied for the Ambassador Programme, the email that was sent to you in reply to your application states that the announcement will be on the live podcast on the 9th. It won't be the 9th. It'll be the week after that. Very sorry.
It will be the week after that. Someone got their... Stefan,
16th.
Did you get your week's
Let's
crossed up?
not get into who's who and what done what, and there's no need to start the blame game. One family here.
Well, one family here, but it was Stefan.
Love and joy and fun. See you on the 16th.
But Steph did make a typo.
It's a good point. What I want to do quickly, I want to take you through some of the companies that have got involved. I mean, primarily, Nick and Steph have done a lot of work behind the scenes to get these companies on board. A lot of these guys have supported the podcast from day one, which I absolutely love them for. So, I mean, we've got people that supported from day one. We've known them in the past as All Square Rap and Ride, All Square Racing Road, Chris Pratt.
Yes, 100%. We should just say, for obviously, some people know about our ambassador program and what we do. So obviously we are looking after 3 drivers. It's just a massive networking tool, and we have gone ahead and found company. So we've gone to find lots of different partners who you're about to see as we recap them. But the idea behind it is we give 3 lucky drivers, including us lot as well, because we're all going to learn from it too. But we're looking for the full package to look after these people. So that, as you will see in a minute, as to why we've picked these partners, and it's just fantastic to have these people on board. But we are offering these drivers a full package, so everything you're going to need for your 2022 season, be it your first time or your 100th time, you'll be very, very surprised just how much you can learn from all these guys.
Yeah, and I mean,
now you can carry on.
Yeah, I mean, Nick absolutely hits the nail on the head there, because these guys are very kindly giving their time and their resources to 100%. Us. You know, they're working with us as well. There is no denying that. But hopefully what the 3 ambassadors can learn from these companies moving forward, they can take with them. I mean, people that we've had in the past, people like Amelia, like Patrick Seal, have built relationships with these guys moving forward, and they've used what they've learned with the ambassador program and what they've been taught. I mean, people like Chris. So Chris can just set up a car for you, but he can talk through what he's doing, so you can take that information on board. Yes, Steph?
Especially Ricky, or as he's now known as
Ricardo.
Ricardo.
You know, he loved the
ambassador. Can't get rid of him
so much. He is doing all he can to try and impersonate someone else to get in again. I love him for it. It's hilarious.
It's so
good
much
try,
fun.
But no.
But jokes aside, right? So this is our 3rd year of doing this program, okay? So we've always wanted to get behind helping people. It's what we do. That's why Club Racing UK was born. It was to try and help people get into motorsport, learn their craft.
Absolutely.
You know, we've all been there and done it and made mistakes. We're just trying to help people figure these things out. But this is just a prime example of how good this program is. Ricky was one of our first ambassadors from the year 1. We can't get rid of him now. He's bloody brilliant. But the friendship that we've built with him, with previous drivers, you know, Rob Wellerman, to mention a load of others, Dawn Boyd, all these people, we still talk to these guys on a regular basis. They still talk to the companies that have helped them along the way. It's just a huge team bonding exercise. So although you'll get a year's coverage with these guys, it's a good networking tool. It's going to be good.
Yeah, I mean, we've got some new people.
Have we sold it enough?
So, I mean, RaceFit, Will Taylor. So we've got Will on board this year. Now, Will's the kind of guy who'll look after the physical aspect. I mean, I'm not exactly a racing specimen, but someone like me, or even someone like Nick or Stefan that look overly very healthy, someone like Will can take the driver and just teach him a little bit about how to fuel on a race weekend, things to do throughout the week to sort of eat a bit healthier, the exercises you can do that can just build your strength up to cope with racing and just keep the concentration. Kerry,
how many people get out their car and they feel fatigued? It's like,
absolutely.
You know, we're not going to turn you into the next Lewis Hamilton. Don't get me wrong, but at the same time, we'll have that
stuff to help. Kerry at Keepwell as well. She'll look at focusing the mind and the concentration techniques you can to going into a race weekend, during a race weekend, coming out of a race weekend. Even little things like breathing techniques. Obviously, you've got to look after the meaty bit behind the wheel as well, and the driving skill behind that. So that's where Nick Jackson will come in with NJM Racing as well, and Jamie Moore that looks after the racing side of things. If the ambassadors or anyone needs any prep work doing as well, I'm sure Jamie Moore can take care of that.
100%.
If you want a dashing guy behind the camera, let alone in front of the camera, you can't look any further than this guy, Darren S. Cook.
Look at him.
Pictures. What a specimen that man is.
I know he's great with a camera, but my God.
He's good with the camera, and you'll probably see it later on when we reveal the Rags to Race Rack documentary that's currently in progress as we speak. We have looked at a preview of that, haven't we, Jetson? It does look good.
We have. We've seen the first episode.
The plan is as well. Darren's going to be doing some filming work with the ambassadors as well, and just working through them about how to act in front of a camera. Obviously, club racing, even with the event of live streaming as well. Sometimes you maybe got to carry yourself, or even just if you want to do a bit of home editing, make a video for yourself to present to sponsors, anything like that.
That's it.
And if you want to look the part. If you want to look the part, you can't look any further than Turn 7, Callum Mcdougall, formerly of HRX. He's got his own company now, Turn 7 Custom Racewear, dealing with all manner of racewear companies that they can bring on board.
Yes.
Make you look the absolute
party. He has opened his book.
Opened his book. He's got more
tons of
companies
contacts
on board.
now.
So if you're looking for a bit of custom racewear, something to make you stand out. And as well, Roxit have got some fantastic motorsport bags, and they're working on more stuff to bring out to you later in the year. Nick Underwood.
But this is it. It's looking after the gear that looks after you.
Yes, exactly.
There's no good throwing it in the corner of a garage where every Tom, Dick, and Harry can stand on it. If only you had the perfect bag to keep everything organised.
Exactly. And if you want your car to look absolutely stunning, if you would have seen any of the cars that Luke Allen has done, of Uncle Luke's Sign and Sticker Shop, he can make a car look absolutely fantastic, absolutely stunning, something to really set yourself out. So Luke will be working with the guys to do that. I know he's generously donated some credit to the guys to get themselves some sticker or teamwear, something to set yourself apart from the crowd as well.
100%.
And
you've got to look the part as well as race the part.
Exactly. And finally, we've got Jez from Marketing Delivery on board as well.
Yes.
So we're going to work with the fact that he's going to help out with how you present yourself across. Obviously, it's in the name marketing, how you market yourself as a club racer. You know, how can
he's got some great social media tools. Even we're going to learn from that. Obviously, we are gurus in social media for club racing, but honestly, some of the stuff he's going to hopefully teach us as well.
Yeah.
But then, going forward for the ambassadors, it's stuff they'll be able to take with them for seasons beyond. You know, it's not just something they're going to learn this year. They'll be able to take all this stuff and learn and hopefully make it to the big leagues.
Exactly. Or even that, just help them keep club racing for as long as they want to use the tools moving forward.
That's the thing. You don't have to, These are all tools you're going to be able to take with you for life. Yeah, I'm really excited. There's 10 amazing partners with us this year. It's going to be bloody brilliant. Obviously, some we know, some of their first year with us. It's just going to be one huge jolly. We got our track day March the 14th, haven't we, Steph? So
and
if you're one of the lucky three, what's that?
We'll be there. Well, hopefully a lot of the guys our partners will be attending. To help out. So we'll just recap slightly on All Square Race and Road. They hopefully should be attending as well, and he can help out with your car setup, your everything to do with the car. He's amazing. Like, he can sort your car out, but then he'll go and watch you on certain corners, and then he'll come back, feed you information, and suddenly you can go much faster. So it's definitely worthwhile having a chat with him.
Yeah,
so
I mean,
for the track day and learn.
It's going to be good. It's going to be nice.
The thing with that, Steph. Sorry, Nick. I mean, the thing with that, Steph, is he's worked with you closely, and I've watched Chris with other people as well. The information that they get from that, they're just carrying that forward with so they can. Chris can sit down with someone and go, right, here's why I'm setting your car up like this. If you adjust it this way, this is, and he can actually sit down and feed this information and spell it out for you.
He's got so much experience that he'd think. to us, he's thinking out the box, but to him, it's natural. Where we're coming in and say, I don't know, we're understeering, and they go, all right, I'll stick 2 PSI on the rear, and you're like, all right, can we not do something at the front? And he's like, well, no, we'll just do this. So we do that, and you go out, and it's like, it completely changed the car, and you're like, I wouldn't have done that first. I mean, you would have probably made 10 or 12 steps in the wrong direction or a different route, and he does something else because that's what his experience is and his knowledge, and it just you're like, wow,
you only have to look at that man's trophy collection from 2021. It says more than enough that he knows what he's doing.
He come in and it just change the rate quickly or do something else, and it's just like. Yeah, it's just stuff you wouldn't think of straight away, and it just completely changed the car. And it is good,
guys. We have got some comments here from our ambassador partners. So Kerry Wheeler has joined us as well. Good evening, Kerry. Looking forward to the 14th. I'm going to be there and looking forward to meeting the ambassadors. All Square Racing Road. Chris does make the point as well. We are still honouring the ambassador discount for previous ambassadors for life. We'll be setting up White Plans car soon. So there we go, guys. You set up relationships for life there, and it's great to see that for club racers moving forward there. Nick Goff, on behalf of Race Will, was an absolute legend, has helped me no end last season as well. Hawk Motorsport also making the point, mental fatigue is a major issue, something that I think gets to a lot of people. It does. 100%. It does, absolutely.
So, I mean, I don't think Amelia's on here tonight, but I know Kerry from Keep Well worked with Amelia a lot last year and really helped her out. So I'm sure if you dropped her a message about it, I'm sure she would more than happy to talk to you about it.
We should as well mention the fact that obviously it's not going to be exclusive to the ambassadors what these guys can do. Obviously we're going to be promoting them within our ambassador program, but if you guys are interested in anything that these guys do, obviously get in touch with them, get in touch with us, we can put you in contact. So although the ambassadors are obviously getting the focus, if you want custom racewear, you want to work on your fitness, etc., get in touch with these guys. We'll be putting up all the information throughout the year anyway. All our posts, ambassador related posts, will be coming up with all the tags, all the websites, everything like that. So
absolutely. But it is, it's a good opportunity tonight. It's good just to come on and explain what these people do for the ambassadors, just so it doesn't look like, right, we're just plugging this company. There's a reason that these people are working with us, and it's because they provide a genuine tool for the club racer, and we hope to give that out to the club racing fraternity. Steph?
We haven't finished yet. We are doing our best to work on some other deals for the ambassador program, so please keep your eyes peeled. We never quit. We never end. We don't get to January and go, that's it, that'll do for the year. We keep pushing, so please keep your eyes peeled. We are always trying to bring more and more people in that can help and develop and
100%
bring more awesomeness to the community. So
we're all about the awesomeness.
There we go. And Kerry comes back, loves the chat. Feel free to get in touch. So if you want to focus the mind on things racing, or maybe learn some new techniques on how to train the mind with things, get in touch with Kerry Wheeler. At Keep Well, and we've got to mention as well, wired remote. We haven't got for some reason the logo hasn't uploaded.
I do apologise. What a mistake from me.
On earth?
I know. All Square Racer Road. So we've hooked up some of our track support guys with Tom Barley for his GoPro buttons too. It's a great network to be involved with. So Tom Barley's also come involved as well with wired remote. So if you a lot of the series now, you're going to need a lot of the tech involved to get GoPros and stuff like that. And if you want something that's hassle-free, get in touch with Tom, and he'll be able to provide you with a great system. One push button starts the film. Yeah, there we go. And you've got
it is.
I hold my hands up. I do apologise. That was my miss on the logo there. But again, we've got 2 of the kits in our cars, and they are absolutely awesome. So
yeah, they are.
Yeah, quality. Get one.
Hands up now. How many people have forgot to put their camera on when just going out for a quali or race session?
There we go. It happens, guys. Exactly. It happens.
So why wouldn't you make life easier?
But not since I've had the...
not since you've had that. Ben Robertson, first race of the meters for endurance race, demolition derby almost, at Loch Ellie in a 1.2 Polo. Also hoping to do 10 of the best, opposite ends of the scale. Plus I'm going to say E-Series racing. Should be a good and cheaper year. I think Ben may be taking a bit of time out from the Noble. I'm not sure there. Right, guys. All I can ask is any other business? Mick as well.
YouTube.
YouTube. Yes.
I want to know what that guitar is over there that Steph's got behind him.
Oh, Steph,
mate,
what you
hang
got?
Oh,
He does not.
God.
Is this where he serenades him now?
No, this is where he gets in Juan from his musical department, which is downstairs in his basement.
It's nothing fancy. It's a Washburn Maverick series, but I've had it since I was a wee lad, as you would say, when I was back playing music, and I love it.
Lovely jubbly.
Awesome.
Hey, carry on.
Play some music for us, Steph.
So,
Play some music
I'm
for us.
not doing that now. What have you,
We're not
actually,
bloody-
Mick,
we're not
what have you
bloody
got in the
doing
background, Mick?
Pardon?
I can see the top of yours. What you got?
That's an Ibanez S420 there, and we do our shifts. There's a Les Paul there and all. They're me spares.
Oh, I see. Some proper guitars back there.
Aye.
We've definitely divulged from racing now, haven't we?
Aye.
Right, guys, before we go, we just want to tell you as well, Club Racing UK are committing more to the YouTube side of things with several series. So, Nick, do you want to get us started with that?
Yes. So obviously, YouTube content is huge these days. So what we're going to be doing actually is we're going to be doing a Club Racing. Well, we're going to do a series on the Club Racing UK stable cars. So obviously, you may have seen that we teased a picture the other day that my rusty, trusty Vauxhall Vectra is coming back.
Yes, it is.
So Steph and the team and anybody else who wants to get involved, we're going to be doing a docu-series vlogging of the build. The aim is to get the car back in for the Burkett Relay this year, where we're going to be also taking our ambassadors. But yeah, lots in the pipeline for the car. We've had all the bits for it for bloody yonks. I just unfortunately don't have the knowledge to bolt it all together. So I'm going to be calling in the favours, calling in. Oh, there it is. He's found it. But no, so yeah, engine build coming in March. She's then going to get shipped off up north to the Spark Development boys. Again, we've got a little video coming out soon, so I won't spoil it too much as to why I'll be going up to see those boys. And then, yeah, so we're all going to be doing some work on that, getting it back on track, because I know there's quite a lot of people that are keen, as much as they laugh. It is a rusty Vauxhall Vectra, but it is an ex-challenge car, people.
It is cool.
It's going to be
It's
cool.
got some history.
It's got some history.
Loads of history. It is an awesome piece of kit, and it'd be awesome.
It is it's an ex. Well, as much as I know, it's number 25 of 26 built. It's an ex-Pepsi Max car as well. I know that much. I've got some old photos of it when it got stuffed in the wall at Knock Hill. But yeah, there's all sorts of cool things, history about the car, and I know they've got quite a good following. So that's going to be getting built and back on track with us lot.
Yeah, 100%. That's going to be awesome.
What about you, Steph? What else is on the YouTube?
Obviously, we're going to be showing the Mini, the season in the Mini. So obviously, at the moment, starting from where it is, the engine blew up last year, so it's going to be covering all the engine rebuild and building it back up ready to race and then following our season, but with a cool twist whilst we're racing. So it's not just the boring standard.
Here's a 45-minute video of.
I some people enjoy it, some people, get bored pretty quick. So we're going to do our best to liven everything up and show everything about what we do, but separate to that, we're trying to do all the other stuff that people have asked for. They want to know about the preparation before a race meeting, what needs to be prepared on the car, ready for it. Another video on what the scrutineers look for. So hopefully we'll try and get in contact with some scrutineers and go around with them to show everyone, especially the people that are new to racing, what a scrutineer will look for and what your car should be prepared for. So that'd be quite cool. We're going to jump on board with some other stuff we're going to do, like following around Chris from All Square Racing Road, to catch up what he does and kind of things like that. We're going to go
race car reviews
and
series reviews.
Race car and series reviews. So we've got a couple of invites to some stuff, so that'd be pretty cool.
Oh, wrong way, Nick. Some guy named Robert Lewis up there has a Ford Focus that he's building. So we're going to be following that as well.
Yep. So we're going to be, at some point I'm going to be. Yeah. So my sister's bought quite a lot of photography kit, and she's going to be covering my season. We're going to be doing a lot of vlogs as well, more or less. So in the same as what Nick's doing with the Vectra, just sort of following my season in the modified Fords, possibly a couple of guest outfits as well, and just, you know, I'm basically covering people that have helped me over the years. Especially last year, there was a lot of people I had to thank. So I sort of want to film it and give a lot back to those guys as well, and just sort of covering over my season in the modified Fords, and just and have a laugh and a bit of banter with it, and show what club racing is all about.
This is it. It's the behind the scenes, isn't it? It's it's showing what's involved, the funs, the giggles, the laughing, the crying.
Yeah, the bit of pure emotion.
How easy it is to get into. We got a lot of people asking us how training mechanics, training race mechanics, they're getting a race degree, you know, all that kind of stuff. And they ask us how do you get involved in it? So we're going to be showing that. You know, we've got a few teams on board. Obviously, we know quite a few people, but it doesn't matter. If we were not known by anyone, we could email these people or talk to these people, and I'm sure that they would open us with open arms to help out. Obviously, I can help out mechanically. Nick can make the tea.
I do make a good tea.
He didn't quite catch on to that, did he?
But also, it's a completely different to club racing. But if you're into drifting, we've got an awesome mate with a drift car that we're going to be helping out as his pit crew. So that is a bit of a
but there is a little twist in there as well, isn't there, Steph?
There is a little twist in there, but if you're into that kind of thing, that'd be cool. So you don't have to watch
and that,
drifting.
Dare I ask,
that's
cool twist?
Would you like to know?
Go on then.
So we put it to Biz. He can drift a car. We can race cars.
Serious machine. If a 350Z with a massive V8 engine with a huge supercharger on it is one awesome piece of kit. And
he
go on, Nick.
So the idea is he's going to teach us how to drift a car. We'll teach him how to race a car. There'll be a laugh.
So that'd be another cool, funny series. So
a funny series.
We've
not even mentioned our big one.
Hit that subscribe button.
Yes, get over there.
We're using that one.
We haven't even mentioned our big one yet.
Yeah, that's the finale.
That's the finale. Da, 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 da.
Go there.
But we teased on it earlier. We teased on it earlier, didn't we? Obviously, so we've now been given. Well, we kind of have been actually today, didn't we? We got given the go-ahead that we can now preview our episode of Rags to Racetrack. The pilot episode has been edited. I'm going to be biased, but it's absolutely beautiful. We will be doing that as a full series as well. So we are actually going to do a little special preview night for everybody who was involved. And then once everybody who was involved has seen the pilot episode, we'll be releasing it to the masses. And then obviously we'll start making episodes 2, 3, 4, 5 and beyond. So it's going to be good. It's going to be a really good year for video content from Club Racing UK. So hit that subscribe button. It's going to be brilliant.
So don't miss out on any videos.
There we go, guys. Right, Mick Palmer. Any other business before we finish the show tonight?
I should just say, I don't think we plugged that enough then.
No, I don't think you quite.
I mean, also any racing we go to view, the ambassadors are going to have their own series for every ambassador thing we do. Any racing we go and visit and see, we're gonna record it. We're gonna try and give you a whole year of Club Racing UK and what we do and what we get up to.
Yeah, so, what we actually get up to.
Sorry, Mick.
No, it's all right. Why I?
Crack on now. The floor's yours.
The floor is yours, sir.
Is it? All right. Needs. Aye. This year, there's a few extra things coming, but I can't tell you a single thing about them. But if you,
epic, absolutely.
It's
epic.
not video; it's audio, radio.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
Give MotorRacingUK a follow on Twitter and see what's going on. Apart from that, I'm just going to be buzzing around the paddock. Anybody sees us, give us some food. Say hello. I'm all right, really. Mate? I'm not a Geordie, so you can approach us. I'll not stab you on out.
Oh, I love it.
Aye, bastards. Aye, just that, Buy the mag. This.
Yes,
By the mag.
There we
definitely
go,
by the mag.
guys. Our final plug of this evening. Of course, it's got a wonderful column by yours truly. It's also got a wonderful column. Hopefully, is Max Coates done a column
Max
this month?
Coates has
Max
joined
Coates,
us, yes.
Max Coates has joined MotorRacingUK Magazine as well. So get yourself onto MotorRacingUK Magazine.com. Get yourself a subscription on there, whether it's a digital or a copy in your hand. Richard Stock's actually come on as well. He subscribes, so you've got a few extra subscriptions.
There's been quite a few popped up tonight, so thank you to everybody who
There's
has
quite a
jumped
few
on board.
popped up tonight. Thank you very much, and we hope to continue that as well. I'll continue. I've got to think now of what to write in my next column, so that'll be next week's work. What's up, Nicholas?
Final plug. If anyone's got sponsorship for Gaviscon, then please get in touch with Rob Lewis Racing. UK.
Oh,
I can see he's struggling up there.
I'm struggling tonight. Horrid. Steph.
Have we got any last comments before we sign off? Because
let's do some final
I can feel the vibe. We're heading to the end.
You can feel the vibe. We're headed for the end. So Hawk Motorsport, you guys are welcome to do a review on our race car if you want. Oh yeah,
100%.
Adam Pee-wee Chamberlain Vectra Challenge was awesome. It was back in the day,
Yes,
and
it
did produce some brilliant drivers as well. Mark Lemmer being one of them. Mitchbury Motorsport. There's a degree in motorsport engineering, if anybody didn't know. I'm at level 3 of 6 at sub-dip level.
Ooh, there we go.
There we go. Ed Cottam says, good job.
Let us know about that. Let us know about that. Let us know what's involved, and then we can share it to the masses as well. Maybe we do some video stuff with you guys.
Yeah, Carl Bartner subscribes. Jamie Peter Ennis. I'll post the in-car from Donny as promised. Please do, Jamie, and we will get you on the podcast this year to chart your journey into the racing world behind the wheel. So thank you very much to Mr. Mick Palmer for joining us this evening, editor of Motor Racing UK.
Welcome.
Thank you very much for coming on, mate. And I've one final plug, I don't care. Come and look at the wonderful content of Motor Racing UK Magazine. Pop onto the website, get a subscription, digital or a magazine in your hand.
Yeah, dump them other ones and get with us.
Yeah, exactly. 100%.
Exactly. He won't put the prices up unexpectedly. And that's it from us three.
He's brought them down.
Brought them down.
He's brought them down.
Brought them down. That's it from us three this evening. I've been your host, Robert Lewis, with Stefan Marsh and Nicholas Holmes, with our guest, Mick Palmer. Good evening, everyone.
2 weeks, everyone. Ambassador announcements.
See you
Actually, the announcements will be before then. The actual ambassadors will be on the show.
Right. See you in 2 weeks. Bye.
2 weeks.